This is the Geiselberg and Zisterdorf fields, which are 100% owned by ADX Energy. We bought these fields in December 2019, and 2 or 3 years later we're producing oil and gas at a very nice stable rate, which is providing very important cash flow for the building of the company. I mean, this is a field that's been producing for over 60 years. But the field's still got a lot of life in it left. We're still producing oil. We've got about 1.5 million barrels of oil to produce here. We're producing about 285 barrels a day of oil equivalent. The nice thing about the field is it's connected both to the pipeline grids for both oil and gas, so we can deliver oil directly to Vienna, the OMV refinery there. But also importantly, as you see around us, there's lots of wind parks. This is a very good place for generating renewable energy. And the life of the field going forward is going to be a combination of oil and gas production, but also we expect to move to hydrogen. And because the field has got depleted reservoirs, those reservoirs can be used for many things. They can be used for gas storage, but importantly, they're ideal for hydrogen storage. So part of transitioning Europe to renewables, hydrogen will play a very important role, and we want to be part of that. So what we're looking at now is the feasibility of a hydrogen project. We'd start with a pilot project, and we'd be using renewable electricity to generate hydrogen, which we can store in our reservoirs. We can deliver that hydrogen to, if you like, high-value mobility markets directly with tankers, but also we can store hydrogen in reservoirs. And that's important because storing hydrogen in a reservoir means the wind doesn't blow all the time, the sun doesn't shine all the time, but then the hydrogen is in your reservoir so that you can produce it when your customer needs it. We've drilled our first well, the Anshoff 3 well, 12 months after acquiring our acreage there, and that was a discovery. So we're very happy about that. We're expecting within the next 2 years that our production rates can go up by about 300%. And what we're hoping to do is actually drill one of the biggest gas prospects in onshore Europe, which could supply Austria for 4 or 5 years of their production. So it's a very exciting opportunity for us. A very good acreage position. We've got very good 3D seismic, and what we were able to do by securing a license and within 6 months planning a well, within 12 months drilling a well, and now we're hoping in the fourth quarter of this year to be producing from our first discovery. We should soon be announcing an independent reserve review of Anshoff, which will be quite important because it'll give investors, if you like, an understanding of the potential of Anshoff and what it can mean for ADX. We're now working very hard on this very large Welchau gas prospect, and we should be able to announce a much more discrete time frame for when we can drill that well. We're now getting into the whole permitting side to be able to secure a location where we can drill that well in the near future. So on the conventional side, what we're really focusing on is building our cash flow, our underlying value, finding more gas, large amounts of gas if we can, but then on the renewable side, obviously we're moving forward with the hydrogen project here, and we'll have a lot more to say about that, where we're going to source our electricity from, how we can sell the hydrogen, how we'll store it. We're also looking at new things like there's a good opportunity here in Zisterdorf to also install a solar park. And the advantage of that is these older facilities have quite a few pumps, Those pumps consume quite a bit of electricity. So part of the transition of the company and reducing our hydrocarbon footprint is actually to replace, if you like, power that's bought from the grid with renewable power that we'll be generating ourselves. So that also gets us into a new business. The other aspect of this is ideally what we'd like to do is transform A2X into an oil and gas business, but also a green energy business. And that green energy business will include our hydrogen project, our solar projects, but also we're investigating the potential for geothermal in Upper Austria, because in Germany you've got a very, very well developed geothermal industry. In Austria we haven't really started. But the geology is very, very similar, so we see a lot of potential in geothermal as well.